Hi everyone, welcome to Robogals. We are an international not-for-profit organisation that aims to inspire, engage and empower young women into engineering and related fields. This way, we can create a globally diverse and inclusive culture in engineering. To fulfill this mission, an extensive global network of Robogals volunteers, typically university students, deliver interactive workshops for primary and high school students. As a global team, we have over 30 chapters in more than 10 countries around the world. Here, we aim to inspire tomorrow's engineers today, and we hope that together we can build a strong team.
Some benefits for you. In university, it may be difficult to build your soft skills, so this is a wonderful opportunity to get involved and work on those skills that employees have a desire for. The skills you could obtain are teamwork, communication, problem solving, leadership, and so much more. This could look fantastic on your resume, as industries prioritise employees who have had some kind of experience. For engineering students, any activity related to Robogals will contribute to your CPD hours, and this will be discussed further on. Now onto some general workshop rules. You're almost ready to attend your first workshop with Robogals. But before you head off, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do. Number 1, before the workshop. After your in-person training session, you would have been sent a link to the workshop sign-up sheet. All upcoming workshops will be posted here. If you would like to attend one, just follow the instructions and fill out your details. Please don't ever feel pressured to go to a workshop on the opposite side of the city. Find one that is happening relatively close to you. The Robogals team is always trying to run workshops as close to Monash Clayton campus as possible. Here's what that spreadsheet looks like. Note that if all the volunteer positions have been filled, but you are still interested in volunteering for that particular workshop, please put your name down in the place where the arrow is pointing. This is sort of like a waiting list. If anyone can't make it, then you can attend. Prior to the workshop, a group chat will be made on Facebook with all the volunteers that are attending. Please make sure you keep an eye on your requested messages space. This group chat allows you to get familiar with who you're volunteering with, as well as coordinating who needs a lift, who can drive, and who can bring the robots. Number 2, during the workshop. Please make sure you arrive 10 minutes early to every workshop. This gives you some time to see your fellow volunteers in person and also help the workshop lead set up. Make sure you bring your Working with Children check with you to every workshop. Some schools require you to use it to sign in. It is super easy to get one online. Just follow the instructions that were sent to you after attending the training session. But if you've lost that email, that's okay. Just shoot the training managers a message. If you've obtained one and it hasn't arrived yet, just bring the receipt because that's fine as well. Number 3, after the workshop. When you have attended a workshop, your time will be recorded by the Robogals team. If you are an engineering student, you can request to know your total volunteering hours from our training managers and add this to your CPD. And don't worry, the 10 minutes that you spend at a workshop before it actually begins is counted too. Some general tips for the workshops. As a new volunteer, you will need to know what to do in a regular face-to-face workshop. During your workshops, you will encounter many wild creatures. Some might be in primary school and some might be in high school. There will always be students who are less interested than others, and it is your job to help engage everyone. This may be through explaining the activities and what the robots are doing. Sometimes an effective strategy is explaining to the students what the end goal of the workshop is. Usually, the last activity in the workshop is the most interactive and entertaining. If a group of students are having a conflict, sit down with them and try to work through the problem with them. Chances are, when they figure out a solution to the problem, they will forget they were fighting and continue with the activity. When interacting with the children, do not touch them, yell at them, or be too strict with them, as this workshop is intended to be enjoyable. But if the students are physically fighting or something nasty happens, report it to the supervising teacher straight away. Try and encourage the students if they seem uninterested. You can use whatever effective tactic you think is suitable. Some high school students enjoy discussing uni life and study tips. Try and get to know them. This builds solidarity, and that way they may become more involved with the activity. Usually, teachers or staff are present and supervising. They're always there to help. If anything happens that you think is not appropriate or potentially harmful, tell them straight away. At the top of the workshop sign-up sheet, there is a Google survey link that you can click on, as you can see here. Feel free to report any other administrative or workshop issues to us. You can also use it to give any constructive feedback. Now let's dive into a few troubleshooting techniques for the robots. The robots that we use are the EV3s, as you can see here. They are by no means perfect, hence you may encounter a few errors or issues along the way. Number 1, ports. If the cables are not plugged in properly, then just pull them out and plug them back in. If the wires are not plugged into the correct positions, then re-plug them into the correct ports on the robot. You can tell which ports are the correct ones by looking at the code on the computer or tablet, as you can see here. Number 2, Bluetooth. Sometimes the robot will lose connection with its laptop or tablet. This issue rarely occurs, but on the occasion that it does, just refresh the laptop or tablet Bluetooth signal. If that still does not work, restart the entire EV3 robot by turning it off and on again. Number 3, hard reset. If the robot doesn't appear to work despite doing the previous 2 actions, try and press these 3 buttons simultaneously. This will hard reset the robot, kind of like rebooting it. Number 4, tablets. What happens if the run or cancel buttons stop working on the tablets? All you have to do is just restart the application. Save the student's file of code onto the desktop with an appropriate name, and then close the application. Reopen it and select the file that the student was editing. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't be afraid to ask your friendly training managers. They're always happy to help. See you at the workshops!